Hello class, Daniel Lewis here answering in response to Unit 5, Race and Ethnicity in Sport. The question with regards to becoming a principal in a racially and ethnically mixed high school. I want to use my varsity sport program as the site for highlighting positive intergroup relations in the school. So the questions are, what challenges will you face as you try to do this? Well, some of the challenges, it's going to depend on the culture or the community that you're a part of. Some communities are going to be more ethnically diverse. They're going to have more racially diverse. They're going to have different groups of people, and some aren't going to have much. It just kind of depends on where you're at or where the school is. So part of it has to do with the community where you're at, part of the country, things of that nature. So those are things that come to mind when I think of different challenges and what might be faced. Some of the challenges that you see in that is just preconceived or prejudices that different athletes may have for one another. So different sports programs are going to, their sports people will think that there's more. Oh, this is a sport that a certain type of people are going to play, or this is what we're looking for. So there's some of those prejudices that are built in automatically in the sport that can hinder some of the growth as far as being racially diverse. So those are some of the things that you could experience. What challenges will be the most difficult to deal with? So I would say, I think parents, you'd be surprised how much parents drive wedges or drive racism or drive prejudice into their children or drive that into the communities or the sports. They're not going to be tolerant. They're going to be, it's a little bit different. So I've seen parents that are actually more, have more of an impact than anyone would think. So that's something that in my opinion, I think is going to be the most difficult to deal with. As far as strategies to implement to make this a success, I think education is a big one. Obviously, our parents educate our kids, so if they're not educating them on diversity and embracing other people from other cultures and groups, then we got to do a part of that as coaches and as administrators in helping out with creating that diversity within the sports program. That's going to be some of the things that we can do to help implement and make that a success. I also see, having like a diversity counselor at the high school I went to. We had a diversity counselor, someone that helped with different students. They embraced that role of creating diversity, of embracing different cultures on the teams and teaching and training them, spending time with people. So those are some of the things that I saw that were a great resource. Other things when you look that could be challenges, you see the Jackie Robinson story. You saw a lot of the teammates as far as like segregation or there's different things. It's just being accepting in the locker room. That's some of the challenges that you'll see from that movie. There's a lot of now a divided locker room where people blaming people for things or they're pointing the finger. And some of those cultural differences too can really impact sports because you're not going to want to hang out with each other as much if you've got different differences and things of that nature. So when I look at some of the challenges that will be faced, a lot of it is going to be in those areas. Also, some of the challenges is not having as much diversity in coaches. Finding coaches that are from different backgrounds, different cultures, and they can really help embrace and support that. So those are some of the things that I see and that I think are going to be challenges. Appreciate and look forward to hearing some of your responses.